stream. P9TravelVlogs back with another live. Hope you guys are having a great Friday. It's Friday, TGIF. For most people, this is Friday. I mean, it's Friday for me too, but it's back to work for me tonight. So this is my Friday. This is Friday / Monday for me, as far as the work tip is concerned. As far as the 9 to 5 grind is concerned, but you know, hey, I'm back with another live. I decided, hey, I didn't go live yesterday, but I'm live here on this Friday evening. Welcome, Braxton. Thanks for tapping in. finally, the first person in here, and as many as a few live streams or so. But welcome. And yeah, we got some. Wait for some more people. Wait for some more people to come into the live. Yeah, because Star kept stealing. Are you referring to Stardust? If you're referring to Stardust, yeah, you gotta be. I'm pretty sure you're referring to Stardust. But yeah, just gonna wait for some more people to come in the live. Hopefully, we'll get some more people here pretty soon. Dark Horse, Dark Horse. Hopefully, Dark Horse come in here. Hopefully, it's the weekend now for the school it's Friday for the school or the students and everything. So hopefully we get we get Nate in here as well. Get Nate and Dark Horse in here. But I want as many people to come in. We want some new people in here too. Some new people who are interested in travel and just cool vibes. Looking forward to that. Me too. Me too. Elevate me to you. How are you today? Me too. Thanks for tapping in. How are you this evening? And Braxton says he has a quick question. What's going on? Am I the top of the mods like the leader or AKA Captain Kenneth was? Honestly, I have no idea in regards to the rankings of the mods and whatnot. Yeah, I don't know. I'm not sure. I'm pretty sure you might be, but I don't know. I couldn't. I have no clue. We have NDP putting WS. What's WSP? And we have Letitia Jimenez or Jimenez or Jimenez. I think it's pronounced Jimenez. Welcome to the live stream, and you say hello Spanish. Now I don't speak Spanish very well, so if that's what you're asking. What is up? That's what. I never saw that one before. That's what it means. I'm not. Yeah, that's the first time I've seen that one. We have Uncle Ruckus in here. Says hello from Kenya. Welcome to the live stream, Uncle Ruckus. We have. I don't know if that's pronounced Emmy, IMMI. I'm not. I'm hopefully I'm pronouncing that correctly. If not, you can definitely correct me. But says gangster life have been hard on me, my G. Oh wow. Well, hopefully you can. First and foremost, thanks for tapping into the live stream. Welcome. Thanks for tuning in. But hopefully you can get away from that lifestyle and just turn away from that lifestyle and just go on the straight and narrow, because gangster life is hard. I would imagine it, from the outside looking in, would be hard on anybody, because you have to always look over your shoulder, and you have to always, like, yeah, you definitely don't, you know what I'm saying? You definitely don't want to, you know. But yeah, guys, I just want to get on here and talk about travel tips, and everything like that. Let's see, hold on. Kia Kaha says sing a song. I don't know what song to sing. Yeah, I see what you're saying. Me too. I see what you're saying about the mods. These streets keep pulling me back, my G. Yeah, I don't know what to tell. I don't know what to tell you on that. I don't know what to tell you. You know, I mean, you gotta fight. You gotta get away from that. The best way I mean, you have to, you have to separate yourself from that to the best of your ability, and yeah, do something productive. Like, do something productive with your life, because if you keep living that lifestyle, I hate to say this, but it's gonna lead down a path of either two things are gonna happen: premature death or incarceration. It's just, that's it. So I mean, if you don't, I'm pretty sure I wouldn't want either one of those things for you. You know what I'm saying? So best thing to do is just to get away from it and do something productive. And what up, Trisha Nicole? Welcome to the live stream. Trisha in the building. Welcome to the live, Trisha. Thanks for tuning in. And yeah, change the environment. Yeah, that's a great point. Me too. Yeah, sometimes you gotta you gotta change your environment. You gotta go somewhere. You gotta get away from that. If you really want to change your life, and change your environment, you definitely can. You know what I'm saying? You gotta take control of your life. You gotta take control of your life, and if you want to make change, you gotta take control of your life and make those changes. You know what I'm saying? You can do it. But as long as you stay within that environment, around those people, around those individuals, yes, you're going to keep going down that lifestyle, because you're going to have people that you don't need to be around who's going to keep living that lifestyle. So, you know what I'm saying? Change your environment, change your mindset, and I guarantee you will elevate. You will elevate and that'll change your life. That'll change your life drastically. You know, but separate yourself. Get away from people that's not going to elevate you into the right direction, or that's not going to push you towards the right direction. you know but I appreciate you for subscribing to the channel, Emmy. Appreciate that. But Jessica Green, welcome to the live stream. Thanks for tuning in. Yeah, misery loves company. Absolutely. Absolutely. People want, if they're doing wrong, they want to bring you down with them. Don't fall for it. Don't fall for it. You know what I'm saying? Be an individual. Be an individual, man. Like, I'm the type of person, I never felt the need to join a gang, because I'm an individual. You know what I'm saying? I'm an individual. Like I want to be my own person, and just, I'm very much a person that stay to myself. You know what I'm saying? Like, you don't, like, I don't have to prove anything to anybody. I don't have to prove anything to anybody. Like, you know what I'm saying? Some people feel like they gotta be gangster and be in all this other stuff to feel like they have to prove something to anybody. No, you don't have to do that. You can be your own man. You can be your own man. And you can write your own script in life, or you can In other words, you can be the master of your own fate. You know what I'm saying? You can be the master of your own fate. I appreciate that. You say you're inspirational. I got shot 3 times. Wow, man! By the grace of God, thankfully you're still here, and this is a time right here. You know that in itself, the fact that you got shot 3 times should be definitely a motivation to like change your surroundings and your lifestyle, because you know, as long as you know that stuff like that, like I said, it's just it's a dangerous lifestyle, you know, and it's a dangerous lifestyle. So you know, one thing about it, you just have to change your surroundings and the people you hang around. When you hang around people who are basically like myself, who are trying to go down the right direction, when you surround yourself with those type of people, then generally you're going to have that same upward projection in your life. But you just have to get away from that lifestyle. Got to get away from it, you know, because it's nothing but trouble. Yeah, that is nothing wrong. And being a loner is nothing wrong with that. Sometimes that's the best thing you can do. And it you know what I'm saying? You can still, you know, you can still be like, the thing is, you can still socialize. You can still be a social person, but just be very like selective of who you surround yourself with, and in other words, keep your circle small. I keep my circle really small, like, you know what I'm saying? And that's just for me personally. I'm introverted just in general, just that's just my nature to be introverted. But also I've had so-called friends before in the past who betrayed me, you know what I'm saying? Who betrayed me, stole from me, and lied and did all type of stuff, you know? Just you know, it's just, it is what it is. So they just kind of made me a lot more selective and made me a little bit more, you know, conscientious about who I let into my life and who I hang around. So you know, it is what it is. It's good, but I have to isolate myself too much trying to get out of that. Yeah, yeah, I understand. I'm in the same boat. I'm in the same boat at times, you know. But you know, so yeah, but it's just all about finding the right type of people. Sometimes you just have to find your people, you know. It just helps us to be around like-minded people, people who are just about as serious or passionate about you as you are about, you know, like growth and whatever it is you're interested in. Just finding those similar people who are interested in the same thing, and you know, that's probably the best advice I can say as far as that's concerned, you know. But yeah, I know how I go though. It's hard to trust people in this world, but you know, but like but which brings me to the topic of, you know, when I go places, like when I travel, for instance, that's kind of what I want to talk about. Like when I go traveling, like I'm always aware of people. Like I'm very observant. I'm very observant. Just like anybody should be. You should be observant in your own city, your own neighborhood, anyway, just in general. But when you travel, you definitely need to be like, wherever you go, you definitely have to be observant of people. You know, being able to kind of like basically have situational awareness and keep your head on a swivel, because like with me, like I'm always looking, like I'm looking everywhere. Like I don't just look one direction. I don't just look straight ahead. I'm looking this way, that way, my peripheral vision is really good. You know, my I'm looking everywhere. Like my eyes don't close for 1 second. You know what I'm saying? So like, you know, I'm always, you know, like I don't really, you know, I don't really like, if I don't really be on my phone like that. I don't look down. My head is always up. So I'm looking at people. I watch everybody. I don't care who it is. Like, you know, I'm looking at movements. I'm looking at body language. I'm looking at, you know, if this person is looking at me, you know, and all this other stuff, you know what I'm saying? That's just how I gotta be. You just have to be that way. And I encourage everybody to do that. Everybody to do that. have fun when you go places, travel. We want to go places, travel, have a good time. Definitely do that, but just be conscientious of who's around you, and be conscientious of what's going on at all times, because there's some shady people in this world, a lot of shady people, you know. But let me catch up with the chat. Let me address the chat. Welcome, Axel Schultz. Thanks for tuning in to this live stream today. It's Dark Horse. I was just wondering if you was gonna hop in the live. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. What's going on, Dark Horse? We have Lisa from New Zealand. Shout out to New Zealand, Lisa. Thanks for tuning in to this live stream. And New Zealand, how is it out there? How is it out there? I've always been intrigued and interested in that country. Me too says yes, because tourists is a target. Absolutely, absolutely. And the biggest reason why tourists are targets, because people, they know, for a lot of times they assume tourists mostly have money, because because obviously if they're traveling, they figure they have to have some type of money. It costs money to travel, costs money to stay in hotels, and so on and so forth. So yeah, like that, so and they prey on people that they know is not from the area, because they know, okay, this person don't know where they're going. You know what I'm saying? This person don't know this, that, and the third. But and a lot of times, I'm gonna be honest, a lot of tourists they get so caught up in trying to have fun and do all this and everything, that they lose sight of like their street smarts basically kind of go out the window a little bit. And they're just constantly just, like, look, I for instance, okay, it was his family, right? They went to, I think it was San Francisco. They literally flew to San Francisco, right? They went on vacation, and they went on vacation. They were so excited about the time they was going to spend in San Francisco, going sightseeing, going to all the sites of the Golden Gate Bridge, and High Ashbury, the Bay, going to, what's that, Pier 30, was it Pier, the Fisherman's Wharf, all of that. They just going to go chill in the city, enjoy a good time. So they get there, they get a rental car from the airport, they drive, and before they even get to their hotel, right, they park their car on the street. They go to some park or something. I can't remember what park it was in San Francisco, but they went to the park. Mind you, they did not get to their hotel yet. They have all their luggage and everything just in the car. They come back to the car. All their belongings are gone. They come back, all their belongings were gone. I'm trying to think, did they even take the car? No, they didn't even take the car. They just took all the belongings out of there. Just, so whoever did, you know what I'm saying? And it's like, I don't know if they locked the doors or not, or if they did lock them, if they busted the windows, wherever the case may be, So basically, they recommend, because San Francisco is known for car break-ins. They're notorious for that, and of course, there's many other cities that do it too. But San Francisco is known for it, specifically. Doing large parts because of all the drug addicts they have out there, looking to get whatever they can get their hands on to score some drug money. But anyway, yeah. So it's advised by the locals or whoever that if you come to San Francisco, like just basically don't even bring a don't even get a rental car. Just get an Uber. Get an Uber there and just, and just get around the city just by, the best way you can get around, like without having to worry about your stuff getting taken. But yeah, some people are just unaware of the environment and just don't even know, like, Lisa says, if you came to New Zealand, you'd get eyes at you, then people coming up to you genuinely wanting to know more about you and show you how we do things. Okay, okay, so yeah, so it's some it's curiosity in okay, that makes sense. You just want to, they see people and they want to know more about, yeah. Jerry, welcome to the live stream. Jerry, how you been? I've been really busy lately and have to go. R.I.P. Charlie Kirk. Yeah, R.I.P. to Charlie Kirk. But thanks for stopping by, Jerry. I appreciate you. I appreciate you. Yeah, very unfortunate what happened to Charlie Kirk. That's the type of stuff. See, stuff like that, it just make you just really think like you have to be conscious about everything around you, everybody. Like, I don't care. Like, yeah, Oakland too. Oakland is worse. Oakland is definitely worse than San Francisco for sure. Oakland is probably one of the most dangerous cities in America right now. And like, honestly, in my opinion, I think Oakland is more dangerous than Baltimore and Chicago probably. Like, but Oakland is bad. Oakland is terrible. Oakland, I'm gonna tell you, a few years ago, they robbed a camera crew in Oakland. It was like a camera crew literally doing a story, a news camera crew, literally doing a story, got robbed by some people in Oakland. Like, you know, it's terrible. It's terrible. Oakland is one of those cities where it's just like, being that they're in California and especially in that region, I mean, they're very light on crime out there. They're very light on crime. So a lot of these people that commit these crimes are repeat offenders. They don't ever get serious time. They just keep reoffending, and reoffending. It's crazy. Yeah, don't ever leave things visible. Absolutely. Like, put things away before you get where you're going. Yeah. Yeah, don't have anything in plain sight. Yeah, man. Welcome to the live. I believe that's Anurag. I'm sorry if I'm not pronouncing it right. Anurag Fulware. Welcome to the live. Thanks for tuning in. Hope you're doing well. And we have Sahir from Turkey. Welcome to the live. I'm glad I'm getting the international viewers in here. So I appreciate y'all for tapping in. Get some diversity. But I hate that it even has to be like that. Yeah, I know, Dark Horse. It's crazy that, but it's like I said, it's these criminals that make things hard for other people. You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of these cities, Oakland is a nice looking city. If you take away all the crime and all the undesirables that's out there terrorizing that city, Oakland has a lot of history. It's a lot of history there in Oakland. They had Lake Merritt out there. They had Lake Merritt. It's by the bay. It's right across the bay from San Francisco. It's like, if it weren't for those criminals terrorizing that city, it would be like really bad. Excuse me, it would be really good if it weren't for those criminals terrorizing the city. It'll be a nice place to visit. And, I've been to Oakland before, on quite a few occasions. And, it wasn't as bad when I went the first time. It was like in the early 2000s. It was still kind of rough. Oakland's been rough for a long time, but it was a little bit more, it was a little bit more tolerable back in the early 2000s, just a little bit. But here lately, these past 10, 15 years, it's just terrible. Like, every time you look around, something is going down out there. I heard a place named Alexandria, Louisiana, which is the top 6 in dangerous places in the U.S. Wow. Damn, I did not know that, man. I did not know that about that part. The parts of Louisiana that I heard were bad were, of course, Baton Rouge, New Orleans, Heard some stuff about Monroe. Um, but dang, I didn't know Alexandria was crazy like that. Oh, you live in Monroe, Dark Horse? Oh wow. I didn't know you. Oh, you live in Louisiana? I did not know that. Yeah, Monroe ain't no joke. If you come to New Zealand about December to about April, it's the warmest months. Oh, okay. Okay. So those are the best times really to get out to New Zealand. That makes sense. That makes sense. Life is short. Tell me something to slow it down. I got less time left. Wow. Well, yeah, life does seem life can be it can seem that way. Especially the way time be moving fast, but um in order to slow it down, the best thing I say is to find a hobby. Find a hobby. That's the best thing I could tell people. Everybody need a hobby. Everybody needs something that they could do to kind of like, I guess, feel like it's therapy. A lot of time hobbies feel like the therapy, you know. So, welcome to the live stream, Baker. And Lisa says accounts are getting cloned, and when you ban the clone, it's only the original account that gets banned. So if you see this account making trouble, it isn't me. Okay, well, thank you, Lisa, for the heads up as far as that's concerned. Wow, that's crazy. It's a lot of crazy stuff be going on in the internet for sure. Like it's a bunch of weirdos. Gotta go, bro. I liked and sub. Appreciate you for subbing to the channel, Lisa, and peace and blessings to you as well. And thanks for the safe travels. As far as wishing me safe travels and peace and blessings. And peace and blessings on your travels, brother, and your supporters. We really appreciate that, Lisa. Um, Shreveport. Okay, Shreveport's another. Okay, I forgot about Shreveport. Yeah, I heard a lot of crazy stuff happening out there at Shreveport. So wow. So what are the cool, good places in Louisiana? That's crazy because that's pretty much like every major city in Louisiana, basically. Like, dang, that's crazy. But that's good. That's good that you stay in a good area though, in the city. So that's always good, you know, away from all the nonsense and the drama. Give me some motivation to live. I don't know what to tell you on that, Anurag. I mean, only look, just find you a hobby. Find you a hobby. Find you some people that are, I don't know. I don't know. Only thing I can tell you, Anurag, is just to get out, find a hobby, do things that like go outside and just get in touch with nature. Get in touch with nature. I don't know where you are. I don't know where your location is, but you just got to go and just you have to do something and take your mind off of whatever is causing you to think like this. You know what I'm saying? Just understand that life is just life can get tough, but we all go through hard times, so we just have to figure out a way to deal with it. We have to figure out a way to deal with it and not let life beat us up so much. You know what I'm saying? Go out and sometimes some things we just have to, we have to go out and just like what for me, I go to a place that's nice and calm and peaceful and just meditate, you know, get in touch with nature and just breathe, take deep breaths and just, you know, and just relax your mind, you know, get that whatever those evil thoughts are or whatever demonic wicked thoughts you might have in your head, go somewhere and decompress and get all of that negative energy up out of you. You got it. That's what you got to do. Damn, I just realized there almost isn't any good areas in Louisiana. Wow. What about Lake Charles? What about Lake Charles, Louisiana? What about Lake Charles? I heard about Lake Charles. Well, I don't know much about Lake Charles, but I heard when I drove through Louisiana. This was years ago, and we went through Lake Charles. Um, we didn't actually, we didn't actually get off the highway, but we drove through there. I know that's like another kind of major city there in Louisiana, and it's this town called, I think it's pronounced Nat. Was it Natchitoches? I think it's Natchitoches or something like that. I think that's how you pronounce it. What up, Ryan? Ryan in the building. What's going on, bro? Now, I've never been to India. Never been to India. What part of India are you from? And I'm glad it helps. I'm glad it helps, by the way. Yeah, Natchitoches. I think yeah, Natchitoches. Or is it Natchitos or Natchitos? Something like that. It has a very unique spelling. It's wild out there too. Damn. Wow, man. That's crazy. That's crazy. Dang. Yeah, ain't too many good places. Yeah, I guess it's not too many good places in Louisiana. Um, what about the smaller towns? The smaller towns ain't any better. It was some rapper that was from what was the I forget the young man's name, but he was from Bogalusa, Louisiana. Uh, Natchitoches, yeah, Natchitoches is how it's pronounced, but they spell it different. Yeah, yeah. Some of these cities, but they be spelled one way and they be pronounced totally different. Like there's a city in Massachusetts, for instance. There's a city up in Massachusetts that's pronounced Worcester. It's pronounced no, it's pronounced Worcester. It's pronounced Worcester, but it is spelled like Worcester. Like, look, if you literally look at it at the spelling of it, it looks like it's pronounced Worcester, but it's really pronounced Worcester, which is like, dang, man, that's crazy, bro. But yeah, Natchitoches, dang, they off the chain out there. That's crazy. But it's good to know the small towns are good. Like, yeah, Bogalusa, yeah, yeah. It was I think the rapper name was Jada Youngin. I actually listened to some of his music. He's pretty bro was pretty nice. Bro was pretty good. But yeah, yeah, bro was pretty nice, but I just hated that he, went out like that. I wouldn't think of like a small town like that would have problems like that, but you just never know. Yeah, I heard about that. Yeah, R.I.P. to Jada Youngin. Yeah, I heard about that. That was dang in front of his dad too. Sheesh. Yeah, he had ops. Yeah, yeah, that's crazy, man. Yeah, Yeah, that's what happened there. Yeah. It's unfortunate, it's unfortunate that when you run into situations like that, that's what all right, Anna, thank you for tuning in, and hopefully things get better for you. And remember what I told you. Just release all that negative energy, and just relax, and just enjoy your life. Enjoy life. Life is a gift, man. Life is a gift. We have to be able to take advantage of our gifts, and just realize how much of a gift it is, and don't dwell, or don't let the negative stuff weigh you down. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, definitely. Yeah, appreciate that, Dark Horse. Yeah, definitely. Definitely gonna be praying for you, Anurag. But yeah, that's why I try to get along with as many people. I don't want problems with anybody. I don't want no issues with anybody. I try to get along. I want to get along with as many people as I possibly can. Life is too short to be beefing, and all that and all that negative stuff. It's just too short for that. Yeah, no doubt, no doubt. We here for you. If you ever want to come into another live stream in the future, don't be a stranger. Come in. Come on in here. Come on in here. You know. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, Dark Horse. Oh yeah. Yeah, so yeah, I'm glad, but you said something very critical there though. You said something very profound. You said, wishing they would try something, and you used to walk around looking for the trouble and stuff like that. But God, yeah, again, God spoke to you. That's and see, that's the thing. That sometimes that's what we need. We need sometimes, a lot of times we just need divine intervention. We need that, God to speak to us and be like, it's not worth it. It's not worth it. Like I say, life is a gift, and I'm a firm believer that life is a gift, and we have to. It's just like it's just like when you look at a gift that you're like a physical gift that, like, your parents or whoever, give you a gift, and they would want you to take good care of that gift. You know what I'm saying? And make the best of it. That's how I look at life. I look at life like, it's a gift, and we should use this gift and make the best of it, and make good use of it, and everything like that. Don't throw the gift away. You know what I'm saying? So many people are doing that, and it's like, you know what I'm saying? It's like, it's not worth it. It's not worth it. Well, I'm sorry to hear that, Anurag. I can understand how that will affect you when you lose your best friend. Yeah, it's traumatic. I get it. I get it. But RIP to your friend. I'm sorry to hear that happened to your friend. But I'm glad you survived. And it's a very traumatic incident. So, you know, I I can't say that I can relate, because I've never had anything like that happen. However, I can empathize and say, look, bro, just I mean, if you can, seek therapy, and just do stuff, get involved, and get around people who are going to help uplift your spirit, and who's going to help you navigate through that trauma. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not looking for it anymore. And sometimes I do go back to my old ways, but I'm a new person now. Thank God, man. Yeah. Yeah. See, absolutely. And see, the thing is, like you said, you have things to look forward to. So when you have things to look forward to, And you when you find, and that's the thing I tell people, we find something to live for, something that's going to give you purpose in life. Because when you find something that's going to give you purpose in life, you're not going to want to do anything negative. You're not going to want to go down that path of destruction. And like, you're not going to want to, like, you know what I'm saying? You're not going to want to go down that path. You know what I'm saying? Just find something that you have, that you have a purpose for. Like, even with me, with my vlogging, like, this is what I this is that's my purpose in life. I'm not saying that's my only purpose, but that's like my biggest thing that I have going for me right now. You know what I'm saying? And it's just like, you know, I have a purpose to live. I have a purpose to live. I feel like everybody should have that. Ain't no use in wanting to fight and all that, because I know that God will protect you. Absolutely. God will protect you. You know? Yeah, I'm so sorry to hear that, Anurag. I'm sorry to hear that, bro. Like, I see him in my dreams, I see his memory. I feel so sad, but your words help me. I'm glad to hear that. I'm glad that I was able to get through to you some type of way as far as that's concerned. And I'm glad that my words have helped you. Um, we all, and I feel like we all need somebody. We all need that in our lives to just, sometimes we just need people to show compassion. You know what I'm saying? Because I seriously think that's what the world is lacking. I feel like the world is lacking compassion. It's like, but compassion for people can go a long way for that person. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah. And the fact that you survived that accident, it shows that God has a purpose for you, Anurag. God has a purpose for you. You know what I'm saying? He's like, he's not done with you. He's not done with you. You have a purpose here. Take full advantage of it and do great things. I know you can do it, but you gotta know that you have greatness within you, and to maximize on whatever potential that you have. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? It's like, you have greatness in you. We all have greatness within us, but we just have to understand our purpose. And sometimes we might not understand our purpose right away, but sometimes we just have to ask God what our purpose is, and He'll show you. So, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, definitely go out there and make the best of yourself. We're here for a reason. You have a purpose and a gift. Use that every time you feel depressed or sad. Absolutely. But I'm gonna tell you, another thing, Anurag. What I want to tell you is that before I started this channel, months before I started this channel, I went to therapy. I was going through it. I was going through a bit of depression. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't like severe depression necessarily, but it was, I was like, I was dealing with a lot of anxiety, and just, I was just lost. I was lost, man. I didn't know how to cope with it. You know what I'm saying? I dealt with a few deaths in the family within a short period of time. And it was weighing on me. And then when I went to go to seek therapy, it's like, you know what I'm saying? That really, I'm gonna tell you, therapy is, I know therapy, for a lot of people, they look at therapy and might be like, nah, therapy ain't gonna help me, or it's for crazy people, or therapy don't work for me, or whatever the case may be. Like, therapy is for, therapy helps. It helped me. I went to a few sessions. Was able to express myself. And the therapist is going to help you. You get you a good therapist is going to help you through that. The therapist is going to help you through that. And then, you seek God too. You seek the Most High in the midst of your struggles. You can't go wrong with that. You know what I'm saying? And it was a life changer for me. It made me more it made me more clear thinking. It made me more positive. And just months after I went to my last therapy session is when I started my channel. And I found something that I like. I found my purpose. I found my purpose, and I grabbed that camera, and I was like, you know what? I'm gonna go out here, and I'm gonna go, record my travels. I'm gonna record myself checking out the universe that God created for us. God created this for us. The trees, it's a gift from God. The water, the plants, the sun, everything within the natural on this earth that's natural, that's a creation. It's more important than anything that's man-made, like any material possessions. It has nothing compared to the natural environment. So yeah, but I'm glad, Anurag, I'm glad you feel better by coming to this live stream. And yes, definitely, like I said, definitely come back to my live anytime you can get an opportunity to come to my live. Definitely tune in. And like Dark Horse said, we love you. And we're not only your friends, but all of us are brothers and sisters. And you're a new member of a family. I've been down that road, severe depression, anxiety, wanting to commit. Yep, I feel you on that. And I struggled with addictions until I found God, and my life has turned around so much. And I feel like I'm here for a reason. And I can't wait to see what God will continue to do for me. And I can't wait to see what He will do for you guys too. You can't, yeah, absolutely. And much love and respect to you for that, Dark Horse. Yeah, we're here for a reason. We're here for a reason. And you know what I'm saying? And we just, when you have a gift, when you have the gift of life, we definitely have to make sure we take advantage of it and make the best of it. Um, you can't take anything material to heaven. Absolutely not. Exactly. Absolutely not. Like, it's all about, at the end of the day, it's all about your connection to the universe, your connection to the Most High, and how you treat people while you're here on earth. You know what I'm saying? While you're here on earth, if you treat people well, if you treat people with respect, you treat people with love and compassion, you're going to get blessed. You're going to get rewarded. You're going to reap the benefits of those blessings. You know what I'm saying? So, I'm saying this to say that, like, we all go through things in life. Me personally, I went through quite a bit of stuff a couple years ago, as far as, like I said, dealing with deaths in the family and having financial problems and all this other stuff. But thanks to therapy and me just putting in the work at my job and just, meeting the right people, getting the proper advice, I was able to turn things around and my mood just skyrocketed. So yeah, Anurag, anytime. I appreciate you for listening to my story. I appreciate that, and I'm glad it made you feel better. And yeah, man. You see, yeah, I know you. Even though you're in India, even though you're all the way in India, you still like family to me. You know what I'm saying? You still like family to me, and I'm glad my stream helped you, feel better. So yeah, no doubt. I appreciate you for tuning in. What's up, Kai? Kai in the building. How you been doing, Kai? Hope everything going well with you. GQ Jamal that stepped in the building. What's going on, GQ? Yeah, man. Yeah. Got my people in here in the chat. Case in point of God's work. Yesterday we was traveling down a road. 2 hours later, and I hate it happened. A lady died in a car accident down that road. I thank God He kept us safe. Wow. Yeah, I know. I'm glad you all were safe too. And RIP to that lady. You know what I'm saying? Those accidents are no joke, man. Those car accidents are no joke. I'm thankful every time I get to my destination and back. You know what I'm saying? I'm grateful every time. You know what I'm saying? Because not everybody make it home, unfortunately. So I'm just grateful every time I go out and travel and come, and I'm able to go see these places and also able to come back safely. You know. Oh wow, Kai. Wow. I'm sorry to hear that. I'm sorry to hear that, Kai. And I'm hoping that's not the case as far as what you that COVID. I'm hoping that's not the case, but I'm hoping you recover as soon as possible. You know what I'm saying? Because being sick is no joke for real. Yeah, and we definitely praying for you, and hopefully you feel better. What up, Kage? Kage in the building. How are you? Yeah, my dad's in the hospital in bad shape. They're talking quality of life. Jeez, I'm sorry to hear that about your father. Hopefully his health improves. Hopefully his health improves, and hopefully he be all right. I don't know if my brothers can support me, and I have nowhere to go if they can't. Wow, that's terrible, Kage. Yeah, I hope I'm just hopefully everything gets better for you. Hopefully everything gets better for you and your family. You know, you know what I'm saying. I just hate to hear people go through situations like this. You know, but as long as you stay strong in the situation and stay in prayer and everything like that, I have faith that everything will turn around in your favor. You know what I'm saying? And like I said, hopefully your father gets better. You know what I'm saying? Hopefully he gets better. And yes, R.I.P. to that lady on the road that passed away. That's unfortunate. But like you said, Dark Horse, she's with the king right now. So absolutely, absolutely, R.I.P. to her. Okay, me too. Still here. Okay, thanks for sticking with us on this live. What's up, dog? Where you from, dog? What's that? Socatel? I don't know if I'm pronouncing that right, but I'm from Alabama. I'm from Alabama in the United States. Amen to that, Anurag. Amen. And your prayers are much appreciated. Your prayers are much appreciated. May God heal him. Absolutely. Amen to that. Amen to that for sure. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, guys. I appreciate y'all for tuning in this evening. This has been a really good live stream, and I just really, like I said, appreciate y'all. And yeah, so like I said earlier, about traveling, you know, me too said you my last stop before nap shortly. Yeah, get that nap in. Get that nap. Rest is very important. Rest is very important. I'll definitely come back tomorrow. Thanks for today. Yeah, definitely. Yeah, tune in tomorrow, Anurag. We'll be glad to have you. We'll be glad to have you. You know what I'm saying? And like I said, not a problem at all. I'm glad I could my words could heal and help in some shape, form, or fashion. And just know, we just know whenever you need some people to talk to. This is a safe space right here in these live streams. I know I do travel content. That's the main thing for my channel, but also, I like to interact with my viewers and my subscribers. Doing large part, I like to engage with y'all because without y'all, like my channel would be nowhere. I don't have a channel unless I have people looking at it and supporting it. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like it's only right that I engage with you guys and we vibe and just have dialogue and just chill. You know what I'm saying? So I appreciate y'all, man, for real. So just know you can come back here. We just being here chilling. Sometimes we be in here and just having a good laugh. You know what I'm saying? Something that's just we gotta have fun and life can get hard. So it's good to it's good to have a good laugh. Laughter is medicine. It's healing. It's healing to the soul. It's healing to the spirit. So yeah, most definitely. But yeah, I was just saying this, to what I really was talking about earlier is just us being safe when we travel. Whenever we travel, we go places. Just keep our eyes and ears open. Keep our eyes and ears open all the time. Like I be listening. I be not only do I keep my eyes open, I keep my ears open all the time too, because I observe people visually, but I also try to hear what people are talking about just in case somebody might talk about some stuff that I'll be like, man, I don't need to be around this situation. One thing about it, you just whenever you have the chance and you have that third eye, that sixth sense kicking in, sometimes we have to use that. Our intuition oftentimes is what saves our lives. You know what I'm saying? So, you know. What up, Corey? Corey in the building. Corey in the building. Thanks for tuning in to the live stream. And we have 11 likes, y'all. We got 11 likes. So that's good. I made double digits in the like department on this video. So I appreciate y'all for that. Yeah, Mimi, I thought you was going to sleep. Yeah, Mimi about to grab that nap. But yeah, this was a great live. Definitely. I appreciate you for tuning in, Mimi, for real. You know what I'm saying? But yeah. Y'all, it's just, it's just with all this stuff going on, like I just want y'all to know that I'm always, every time I go somewhere, I'm always I'm always going to be aware of my surroundings at all times. Like I said, my eyes and ears are open all the time, and I'm looking over, like my peripheral vision is always on point. My straightforward vision is always on point. Like I'm looking up, I'm looking this way, I'm looking that way, head on a swivel. So, you know what I'm saying? It's just basically just survival. Cause like I know I got people that I need to come home to. So, yeah. Yeah, I was in Supreme. Yeah, I was over Supreme's channel. It's a live stream. He had that panel over there. I was over there about an hour ago. Yeah, everybody be live on Fridays. You right about that, Corey. Everybody be live. Yeah, I was like, you know what? I ain't went live in a couple of days. Let me hop on here. I was vlogging. Yesterday. I was vlogging pretty much a good chunk of the day yesterday. So, you know, I was like, shoot. I was like, well, shoot. Since I'm back home now, let me chilling. Let me just vlog for a little bit before I go back to work. Go back to this grind. Get back to this grind. But I'm grateful though. You know what I'm saying? I'll be like, dang, I ain't ready to go back to work. But I'm grateful that I have a job. You know what I'm saying? I'm grateful I have a job to go to. Sometimes, you know, it's like it is what it is. I'm grateful to have it, you know. So because there's people out there that don't have a place to go to work. So or a place to go to, as far as home is concerned. But So I'm grateful for the little things in life, you know. So it's all good. It's all good. It's officially been an hour. I hit my hour mark for this live stream. Yeah, but so I just posted a video. I'm gonna post some more videos over the course of the next few days. So whenever you guys get a chance, you know, you can feel free to go check them out or check it out, because I only uploaded one. I'm working on the other ones now, the other videos I recorded as far as editing is concerned. Welcome, Lala. Welcome to the live stream. Thanks for tuning in. Hopefully everything been going good with you. The high vibe coach. Yeah, I watched a few episodes of Martin on Netflix, Dark Horse. I watched a few, watched a few episodes. I was watching the one we was talking about the other day about when Martin got his CD player. He thought his friends stole his CD player. That episode, I was watching that the other day. It had me dying. Every time he was interrogating each one of his friends and stuff, and he look at the camera, he got that little crazy look on his face on the camera. The facial expressions was hilarious, man. Yeah, bro. I think I'm gonna watch me some more tonight. Matter of fact, before I go to work. Yeah, man. Man, Stan, the old man at the radio station, he be cracking me up too. Stan and man, bro. Like some of the funniest characters on the show are like the supporting characters, like the recurring characters and stuff. You remember when Cole? When Cole had a thing for Gina's friend? I forgot her name. Oh, you talking about Pam? You talking about Pam? Stan's got an attitude. He sure does, man. He be talking so much smack, bro. Yeah, Cole. Yeah. Oh man, it was funny. He was trying to holler at Pam too. In one episode, he said something stupid, and she ended up putting him in a headlock or something. She ended up putting dude in a headlock. I'm like, bro, that's great. That joke be hilarious, bro. So I guess Cole had to settle. Cole had to settle for Big Shirley. He had to settle for Big Shirley instead. Oh man. Yeah, that's a classic for sure. That's a classic, man. I remember Supreme. We was talking about Martin the other day, a few days ago. Supreme came into the chat. I think he said. I think was it Supreme? Was it Supreme that said I look like I look like the sidekick for Dragonfly Jones or something like that. He said, "I'll see you later, my chocolate ho ho." He said, "I'm a." Oh man, yeah, man. The writers of that show, bro. That man, they don't make sitcoms like that anymore, man. They don't make those. Hey, man, they don't make sitcoms like that anymore, bro. For real. Those are grade A writers, man. Grade A writers. Bro, I'm dying. Oh man. Bruh man from the fifth floor. Oh man. Yeah, my favorite bruh man episode is when I think Martin, I think something it was something about Martin he couldn't sleep. He couldn't sleep. So Martin was up all night, couldn't go to sleep. And bro man just sitting in the kitchen, just chilling, just eating up, eating up the food, eating their food and stuff, eating like sandwiches or what he calls sandwiches. The sandwiches. It was funny because you know, what was his name? Bruh man got all philosophical. He was like, Martin asked him something like, why do we have dreams? What do our dreams really mean? And bruh man got all philosophical with him. He was like, you know what, Martin? It was one dream I had. I done climbed a fire escape. I climbed a fire escape. It was this big crib. It had a tall refrigerator. And it was a see-through refrigerator with all the sandwiches. But Martin, I couldn't open the refrigerator, man. So bro man just sat there and cried. Yeah, Martin. Bro man cried, man. I see he said that, bro. Bro, I fell out my chair, bro. I was dying laughing, bro. My brother said, bro man cried, Martin. You remember when bro man had tickets for the game and they turned out to be fake? Yo, that joke was hilarious, man. Yo. I'm like, dog, bro. This dude, they should have known. They should have known, bro, man. He should have known he wasn't gonna have no real tickets, man. Corey know what episode I'm talking about. Bro, I fell out, bro. He talking about some, oh man. He talking about some, man. He saw a refrigerator, a see-through refrigerator at that. Homie had a dream about houses in 2025. I'm like, you better have one of them futuristic refrigerators so you could see through the bad boy. What's up, Letitia? Thanks for sticking with us in this live stream. Oh, I think you talking about Cole. I think you talking about Cole. We're about to get jumped by Pam and Gina. Yeah, Cole was an idiot, bro. He was funny, but that dude ain't had no sense, bro. He had no sense. Man, I had shoot, man. Supreme, when he came in this chat the other day and started that Martin talk. He started that Martin talk, man. That was yo. Yep. That was the one we kept dreaming about, Pam. Sure did. Yo. Yeah, man. I'm gonna put on me a few episodes this evening, as a matter of fact. Luhandro, what's going on? Long time no see, my brother. How you been? Luhandro Garcia in the building. Homie was a definition of slow like a pacer. He was, for real. Oh man. Oh, that episode. It was an episode. Remember it was an episode with BB and CC, the gospel singers. They was in that episode. It was like I think it was like a Christmas episode or something. Like it was one of them Christmas episodes. But they was they was at the radio station, and some dude came in there with like a fake he had a fake, the explosive device on him, like whatever the case may be. He had it on him, and and yeah, I forgot the name of that episode. I gotta go look that up, bro. But that jump was hilarious, man. Man, I remember one part of that episode, right? They was the dude was talking trash. The dude had the little thing strapped to him, the little explosive device strapped to him, and he was threatening people in the audience. and Martin was like, and then Pam and Martin, Gina, all of them are there, and dude put he put one of them little dynamite sticks in Pam's hair. She had them little rollers, the rollers in her hair or whatever, and then she said something like, she was like, Tommy, you better get. And then Tommy step up to the dude, right? Tommy's like, you better not. Who you think you talking to? You talking to my lady? And dude, he opened up the explosives, the thing with his explosive. He was like, who you think you talking to? Yo, and Tom, yo, you gotta see it, bro. I be telling you about it, ain't doing it justice, but yo, Tommy flipped out, bro. Dude said, who you think you talking to? Tommy was like, I'm her beautician. that dude turned. Yo, I'm gonna find out the name of the episode real quick, bro. Let me find the name of that episode. Yeah, I remember that episode too. We had Gary Coleman. I remember that one. I remember that one too, Corey. Yep, sure did. Oh man, yeah. When he had those celebrity guests on there, bro, them were those are classics, man, for real. Hold on. Let's see if I can find that scene. Dang, they ain't got it. I don't think they have it on here. Oh, Tommy said, "Oh hell nah, wait." Yeah, Tommy's like, you ain't finna mess with my woman. Who you think you are?" Oh man, that joke was hilarious. Don't even get me started on the crazy girl across the hall that had a mad crush on Martin. Yeah, you talking about Shanae? Oh my goodness! Oh my goodness! Hey, one episode. She said her and Pam definitely didn't get along. I mean, she didn't get along with Gina either, but her and Pam definitely didn't get along. So it's so funny, bro. It was one episode. She was like, she was telling Gina, you tell your friend Pam, next time I see her, I'm gonna bust her ass. Yo, that was hilarious, bro. Oh, bro. Yo, man, Shanae was a classic too, man. Shanae was a classic. Like that represent every that was like the representation to she was like the representation of like every hood rat in America. Like you always gonna have a hood rat chick in the neighborhood, no matter what, you know. Oh man. Yeah, her parents about to, yeah, they did not get along at all. Fambo podcast in the live. What's going on, Fambo podcast? Thanks for tuning in. I just subscribed to your channel. Real recognize real, no fake allowed in from Oakland, California. But I live in Texas now. Okay, shout out to Oakland and but yeah, you live in Texas. Okay. Shout out to Texas as well. Appreciate you for tuning in to the live. Appreciate you for tuning in to the live stream. Yeah, next time I see him, a baby beat ass. Yeah. Oh man, the way she delivered that line, the way he delivered that line was hilarious, bro. The last season, Martin was stressed. Yeah, yeah. Didn't like didn't Martin and Gina or Tisha Campbell like yeah, Tisha filed that restraining order on Martin because the I guess the little allegations or whatever that he was harassing her and whatnot. And yeah, man. Apparently, I guess Martin was actually, I don't know, but yeah, she put that restraining order, and I think yeah, and I remember like they couldn't be on set at the same time, so like they never had any scene, they didn't have any scenes like where they were in the same room or whatever, they weren't in the same scene. So they had to like the producers had to make it to where they filmed their scenes separately. But yeah, that's just too bad that that happened because like I think that definitely changed the whole direction of the show, like for real, for real. Yeah, man. Yeah, that last season was crazy, you know. And I'm trying to remember, like, how some shows they have an actual finale, like they have a finale for the show. Like, did Martin even have an official finale? Like, how some shows they have a finale in the storyline, but you know, where the in the storyline where you actually, you see they tell you what character, which direction they're going, where they're going. I don't think did Martin even have a finale, or did it just end? Like, I can't even remember. Oh, you in Dallas? Me. Okay. I got family in Arlington. I got a lot of family in Arlington and some in Fort Worth too. But yeah, I got some family out there in the DF Dub. Fambo, okay, from Abilene. Shout out to Abilene, Texas. Yeah, I went there. I went there once. I went there once about probably almost 15 years ago. He was looking skinny and like he ain't getting no sleep. Yeah. It was a lot going on during that time frame. It was I guess supposedly I'm guessing supposedly Tisha Campbell filed that lawsuit against him because I think something about he was harassing her or something like that. It was some supposedly, and she filed a restraining order against Martin. Oh, can't forget about Family Matters. Family Matters for sure. Yeah, Family Matters definitely. Oh, okay. Oh, okay. They did. Also, they did have a finale. Tommy actually went to the job, which was an abandoned building. Oh, more on that in a minute. More on that in a minute. I gotta tell y'all about my theory on Tommy in just a minute. Let me read these comments. Is it a Family Matters reunion or Martin reunion? Okay, Gina got a job offer. Okay, that's good to know that they had because I like when the series, when they had those like actual like for that like they have actual they give you, they paint a picture of what the characters are going to be doing. Now that the show is over with. Yeah, it was a lot of harassment Actual harassment and verbal harassment. I want a Martin reunion, but never mind. Yeah, I know. Man, it's unfortunate that Tommy passed away in real life. Man, that was crazy. He wasn't even that old. Oh man, I got to go. My phone is about to die. See y'all. Oh dang, man, Dark Horse. Dang, dang. I hate that your phone's dying, man. For real, we was having a good discussion. We was having a really good discussion. But but yeah, man. Whenever you get it, yeah. If you don't make it back to this live stream today, you have a good evening, and we'll chop it up tomorrow. I'm gonna get on live tomorrow as well. Ooh, 1%. Yeah, that's critically low. Yeah, for sure. Gosh. Yeah, Jamie Foxx show. Yeah, that was another great one. And the Wayans brothers. Yeah. Shout out to the Wayans brothers, Jamie Foxx show. Um, yeah. And Fancy from Jamie Foxx show. Oh my goodness. Drop dead gorgeous. Drop dead gorgeous. And RIP to Pops, John Witherspoon. What's y'all top 590 show? Fresh Prince of Bel Air, Family Matters, Martin, Hanging with Mr. Cooper, and the Wayans brothers. Okay, that's a nice top five. Um, yeah, that's a good top five, Fambo. Especially Fresh Prince. Especially Fresh Prince. And yeah, Martin, Family Matters, those are good ones. Those are good ones. Honestly, I watched a little bit of Hanging with Mr. Cooper, but I didn't really see much of it. From what I saw though, it was a good show. I definitely watched a lot of Wayans brothers. Um, of course, Martin. Oh, before I name my top five, I want to. I'm gonna show you. I'm gonna tell you. Hey, no. Let me ask y'all this: what do y'all think Tommy did for a living? Like, what did y'all really think that he did? Like, when he was earning all that money, he ain't had no job, but he was always fresh. He always had a stack of money on him and everything like that. Like, what y'all really think? What, like, if you had to have a theory of what Tommy did for a living, what would y'all think it was? Um, yeah, I'm interested in seeing what this will be about. But yeah, my top five say he was a hustler. Yeah, yeah, that's what I think too. That's what I think too. He was, yeah. Like, I don't think he had I never thought that he had like a. I I see what I get your drill. I see what you getting at, Corey. A street pharmacist. I know exactly what you referred to, and and looking back on it, I think I used to think that same thing. Like, this dude's getting, like, for somebody who ain't got a job, for somebody who doesn't have a job, he getting a lot of money. He getting a stack of bread. Like, yeah, he was getting he was getting a lot of money that people on a 9 to 5 wouldn't be getting like that, for real. Like, he was getting that. So yeah. Yeah, I think that's a strong possibility. He was a street pharmacist. I see what you're getting at. Uh like Martin, Jamie Foxx, Fresh Prince, Wayans Brothers, Family Matters. Those are good top fives. I liked all of those shows. I watched all of those shows pretty extensively. You know, now my top five, I have to say Martin. I have to say Martin, Family Matters, Fresh Prince. Now this one you probably wouldn't expect. Home Improvement. Home Improvement was my show. Like I used to watch that show faithfully. Home Improvement and I named four, so that's number five. I'll probably throw in I'll throw in for my number five. I'll throw the Wayans brother. Yeah, the Wayans brothers in there too. I'll throw the Wayans brothers in there too. What's up, Kiss from Jay? Kiss from Jay in the live. Everybody showing up to the live tonight, or this evening, I should say. How you doing, love? Kiss from Jay. You like that show too, Mimi? Gullah Gullah Island. Ah, you really, I forgot all about that show. That's the one with that little frog, that little that frog thing. I forgot what the frog's name was, but yeah, they had the little frog and they used to sing as a family. Gullah Gullah Island. Yeah, I remember that song. I remember that show. It's Home Improvement, the show where they broke the house down and built it up for a family as a surprise. I love that show. I don't know what it's called. I forgot. Now I know what show you thinking about. I know what show you thinking about. I know exactly what show you're talking about, but actually the show that I'm referring to, Home Improvement, was a sitcom. It was a sitcom with the tool guy, the Tim the tool guy dude used to like, he had like it was like a show within a show. He had a show where he would always like mess some stuff up. Like he think he know everything, and his partner be telling him, nah, Tim, you shouldn't do that. And he end up breaking something. He end up using the tool wrong or end up doing something real crazy. Like it was one of them like family sitcoms. Like, oh, Fanball, I'm from Alabama. Yeah, I'm from Alabama. Huntsville to be exact. But yeah, Jay, I'm doing good. I'm doing good. Just vibing. Just vibing here this evening. Yeah, Friends. Yeah, Friends was another good one. Yeah, Friends was very popular. I remember Friends was all over the place. Everybody, people used to like, people used to talk about that. Like all the adults would come together and talk about the show. Yeah, Tim the Tool Man Taylor. Yeah, yeah. That was my show, man. That damn Tim Taylor was something serious. He used to do that little grunt. He used to do that grunt or whatever he used to do. Yeah, 90 shows were the best. You right about that, Jay. And Magic School Bus, yeah. Magic School Bus. That was a good, that was a really that I used to love Magic School Bus, you know, and I know, us 90s, I'm pretty sure a lot of us are 90s kids in here. We was kids of the 90s. We remember them TVs. We used to go to school. We go to school and they had them TVs on the little rollers. On them little, they had a TV up there. Some of them have VCRs on them, but they'll roll the TVs into the classroom. Like, you know, that was the day. Those are the days right there. We used to watch Magic School Bus faithfully, like in the classroom and stuff like that. Yeah, I remember the Backyardigans too, Jay. I remember that show. I think it used to come on Nickelodeon or something like that. you know. Mhm. Yeah, Living Single is another one. Queen Latifah and the crew. Yeah, I remember living. I used to watch that too. Full House, yeah, Full House. Full House was another show I watch every now and then. Yeah, 90 shows. They had the best theme songs. Yeah, oh yeah, them theme songs were classic. You had real talent in those shows too. Like Friends stole the concept of living single. Oh wow. Oh, oh snap. I guess now that you think about it, I think yeah, yeah, I could see that. I could see that because Living Single came out a few years before Friends did. Like Friends was more like the mid to late 90s. I think Living Single was like the early 90s. So yeah, I can see how that could happen. Bill Nye the Science Guy. Bill Nye the Science Guy. All that intro was so sick. That engineering to that beat. Dun, 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 yeah, you be vibing to that. You be vibing to that for real. The writers, this is documented. The writers said it. Plus, they all shared the same studio set. Wow. Dang, that's crazy, man. You would think, yeah, but you did have people that was like that. You had folks that was like that that just lacked originality, you know, lacked originality. They had to go bite off somebody else's ideas. And Friends, and it's crazy because Friends, they like to this day, like it's one Friends is like one of the most like as far as pop culture, like if you go certain places, you still see shirts with Friends on it. You'll see a lot of like merch with their like with stuff related to that sitcom. I'm like, that's crazy to think about that. Like, you know, and they took the ideas from Living Single. It's crazy. Wow, for real, I did not know that. Casa Nat brought Bill Nye on on his show. Oh snap! Oh wow, that's crazy. I did not know that. Dang, yo, Bill Nye got to be super old too. Bill Nye got to be like, dang. I wonder how old Bill Nye is. I'm finna look it up real quick. That dude, even when he was doing the show, when that show was on air back then, he was like middle age. Let me see. Wow, Bill Nye almost 70 years old. That's crazy, man. So that means he was already like in his 40s when we was watching him back in the day. But we love watching Bill Nye the Science Guy. I got to redo my top five in living color. Why? Oh yeah, how can we forget in living color? So in living color, Fresh Prince, hanging with Mr. Cooper, Malcolm in the Middle. Okay, Malcolm in the Middle was pretty dope too. I remember that came out like in the early 2000s. That was a pretty dope show. You know, them little bad kids, little bad kids, Malcolm in the Middle. I remember the characters too. It was Malcolm. It was Malcolm, Dewey, and what was the other cat's name? Reese. Reese was the worst one out of all of them. He was the baddest one out of all of them. Then they had their big bro. I think no, they big bro was real bad. It was they had a big brother. I forgot the big brother's name, but he was real bad. Yeah, Malcolm in the Middle was my shit too. But yeah, Live in Color, all those sketches, all those actors who basically got their start, they jump start in their career off of that show. Like, man. Damn, I wonder if I wonder if GQ Jamal is still tapped into the live. He probably not. He just tuned in for a little second because he had a lot to say about this. This is right up his alley as far as 90s sitcoms and stuff like that. Yeah, man.
I started my degree in 1986. 30 years later, decided to complete my goals, earning my
Oh man. Yo, man. Hey, bro. Hey, fanboy. I'm gonna follow you. I'm gonna follow you on your channel. I'm gonna go check out your channel, man, for real. I appreciate you for tapping in. And I appreciate everybody else for tapping in too. Y'all made this live stream really, really dope. It was a really good live stream, very nostalgic, very informative. You know, we just had a really good vibe on this Friday afternoon / evening. You know what I'm saying? It was inspirational, informative, uh, entertaining, all that good stuff. So we got some, heartfelt conversations, had some entertaining conversations, of course, about the sitcoms and everything, had good laughs, just overall a good vibe. And I appreciate each and every one of you for tuning in to this live stream. So we definitely got to do it again tomorrow for sure. And I got more content as well that I'm gonna be posting, more vlogs I'll be posting over the course of the next few days. So once again, thanks a lot, Fambo, for tuning in to the live. Thank you, Corey, for tuning in. Thank you, Kiss from Jay. I appreciate y'all. Appreciate me too. Me two times. Me, aka Mimi. Appreciate you. Appreciate Dark Horse. No, I appreciate all of y'all, and everybody I met for the first time. I appreciate each and every one of you guys. And you guys be safe. Have a great evening. And I'll see you guys on tomorrow with another live. Peace.